Hello, everyone. Boss Battle Childhood Hunger. My name is Adelie, the Retro Gaming Princess Adelie. The rest of the community. But here I'm Lyra. How are you all? Welcome to Chrono Trigger. This is a little bit of a backup run. Purposes of the. I haven't run this in a little while, but I am extremely familiar. No problem here. I hope you're all doing well. The future on our pods over on. If you're live here at the marathon, a little bit of a message for you at the beginning. RandomX is a registered 501c3 meaning its organization in the United States. Community. All your donations are going to go directly to RandomX. And it's going to help them bring food and necessities, everything, so that they can every their help. Let's go ahead and get this going. Uh-oh. Rexon. I don't talk that loud. Yeah, Chrono Trigger, thank you. It was cutting me off a bit. Oh. Okay, that kind of happened. Flash fix. I don't remember. I just wanted. Okay, there we go. I think that's a little better. It wasn't picking up some of it. Yeah, that kind of just happens with me, I noticed. Okay, I think this is spoken. Okay. Yeah, it's picking up a little bit of mic on my end, but I should be able to just talk through it. Okay. So, anyways, welcome to Chrono Trigger Jets of Time. This is one of our wonderful randomizers for this game. Oh god. Why am I starting with those? Yeah, I'm not a Luca fan. Deal with it. Luca is our resident mage and fire user. Okay. We got our buddy Toad here, though, to make it a little better. Their dual techs kind of suck, though, so yeah. Alright, let's get this thing started then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So anyways, welcome to Chrono Trigger Jets of Time. This is a randomizer that is based on the original game Chrono Trigger from 1995 from Squaresoft, aka now Square Enix. Thank you for the good luck, Pedicue, much appreciated. Looking forward to your runs a little bit later. As we sit here, the first 45 seconds or so before the game actually starts. The category that I have chosen here is called, what was it? Tab Sanity, meaning it says Chrono Sanity, which means key items are randomized and shuffled around locations instead of just bosses. And tabs, which are basically stat sticks. This compensates for the fact that I will not be finding mini items of any sort or equipment. These are designed to help me max out fairly early because, again, yeah. So yeah, it's been a little while. These flags are also set up to where shops are basically free, which is a good thing because having to micromanage a lot of shops is not all that fun. Berserkers are good. Wall rings are kind of worthless, but whatever. Early out's better than nothing. So yeah, Chrono Trigger, you start off in 1000, you are sucked through time basically, and you travel back and forth into the past and future, and that is your story for the most part. We're going to check our first party member here, but we're not going to get access to them right now. And it's me. And I'm talking like a frog. Okay, so I need pieces of the Masmune to fix and give to her so she can open the mountain, even though Frog is the one that technically opens the mountain. It's weird, it's complicated, the randomizer does change around a few things. So, yeah, there's no chest. There is no chest here. Okay. So, as I mentioned, these flags are a little bit different in the fact that I'm going to be checking things that I wouldn't normally check. The first few minutes of my runs are usually so I can grab stuff. Third eyes are alright. Grab one of those, grab one of those, okay. But yeah, make your rounds so that way you can get yourself outfitted, because again, you do not have any sort of upgrades. I don't know if I'll find Chrono this run. I haven't looked through anything. I'm just here. Yeah, there's a couple chests in here. So we're looking for one of 3 different Gomos. The ability to go through Magus's castle, or we can also go through, hello, random ruby knife early. We can also go through the Ocean Palace, or we can also go through Death Peak into the Black Omen. The ruby knife is specifically for the ones involving the Ocean Palace, so that was required, and it was also an extremely early job for some crazy reason. I'm gonna grab as many of the tab spots as I can early. We're gonna hit that on the way back. There's a shelter here. You can farm unlimited if you need to. Just keep zoning in and out until you get as many as you need. It's that one. The spot's a little bit different in 1000. I'm gonna take one fight here. This fight goes away after you beat the cathedral, which is the first technical dungeon you go to. But this fight is also really good to farm early if you are literally just starting off. I forgot to equip all my stuff. I also didn't find anything for Frog, that would be perfectly fair. Fun. But the one fight you do take here will get you your first skills. Napalm and heal. Okay, so Frog is basically our healer for the run. Frog has a AoE heal, which is really, really nice. Drop that. You don't need the side scope because I have settings on to just make that meaningless, because this is a fun run. This isn't meant to be completely hard, but I take really easy flags and make them impossibly hard. That is kind of my rando niche and specialty. She is looking for a place for us to rest. Oh, I don't know. Rest forever, I guess. I would like for them to bunch up a little bit, but I have a feeling I'm not going to have those nice things. Okay, that's good enough. They are really weak to math. And pretty tough against physical attacks, so it's going to take a few hits to kill them. Because I rolled a high mana spell like Napalm early, and I don't have the mana capacity for it. This is going to take a couple moments. That's some pretty good damage, though. Getting double slowed is really unfortunate in this fight. Because it makes your ATV go like that. And Luke is one of the slowest characters to get by default, so yeah, it's rough. Flame Toss, okay, that's cheap damage. I like that. So we're gonna get our first actual party member here instead of Marley. It is gonna be useless. Not actually useless, but more of an early game kind of character. He kind of falls off late. And Ant is suddenly sounding like a frog. Everybody sounds like a frog in this game, it's weird. Don't ask, it's logic. So the amulet will prevent all status effects on you, which is really, really nice. We're gonna hold on to that for later, though. So fortunately, because I used to speedrun like NMG 100% New Game Plus, I know where all the chests are in the game, so we're not going to get soft locked. In the extreme event that I get soft locked and we go too far over time, I have installed a secondary win condition, which is the fragment similar to the Triforce pieces you would see in my next game, Link to the Past. You have nothing. Oh, it's only cost 6 early. Okay, never mind. I thought it was costing like 15. I guess they lowered it. Or maybe just the flags lowered it, either way. But yeah, there are a ton of Magus fans out there. I appreciate them, I'm just not one of them. My preferred party is like Team Ice Water, which is Marley and Frog, and then like +1, which is usually like Ayla. So we're taking these fights in the Cathedral right now. This will give us our first character, which it already has, plus it'll give us the ability to do other stuff around in 600. These flags are a little bit different though. Usually you get key items for finishing bosses for the normal randomizer, but we are playing with a little bit of special stuff. And I'm out of mana early, so it's a bit rough. Speed taps are kind of rare in the rotation, so it's really nice to see those. You cap out at like, I think it's 15 or 16, and I adjusted it to where we're going to cap out after like 1 or 2 of them, because I want to have enough for each party member. So yeah, there's something really special about these enemies. Snakes, like, they fortunately do not have, like, physical resistance. There are certain accessories we're going to be looking for in shops, though, that will make this run a lot easier. Didn't really find them here so far in 600. I bought 99 shelters, which is great because it's basically your HP and MP restore points at save points. That is just to make this, like, less insane. So there's really not much to the Cathedral. It's just nice chill music. as everything tries to kill you, which, you know, happens in MMO. Happens in MMOs and regular RPGs a lot, so. Just keep your wits about you. Just follow your lines so that we don't have to worry about taking a whole bunch of encounters you don't need because this stuff is basically trash XP. Compared to the spots which I've shown you so far, and I'll show you one more on the way up to one of the next sets of checks, which will be your early game farm spot for both your ability points, which is the ability to learn new magic, as well as just regular XP to level up with. There you go, that way. And you are not grouped. Take that. That's some spicy damage though, and I haven't even given her anything to boost back up. Granted, a lot of stuff in here is magic weak, so... I have to find Frog a new weapon soon. It's gonna be hard without any sort of offense with them. Because Slurp Cut does not do that much damage, it's really an early game tech. So play your organs and, you know, just kind of do things to the organs of the monsters that you slay on the way here. Everybody gets hungry sometimes, I guess. It's weird, I know. Don't worry, this run is plenty weird. This is a category of Chrono Trigger that a lot of people don't play, which makes it all the more fun for me. We should use another shelter here. I'm gonna have to hunt for a sword for Frog though, like really bad. So here's one of our very first boss encounters in vanilla, which is Yakra, who in randomizer might be someone completely different because I have boss shuffle on. Please don't give me something. Okay, it's a Tropos. The Tropos is just the girl robot. She is not particularly threatening, really. Thankfully, she is not a really bad boss, because this is the first thing you're supposed to fight. Here, take that. What? Yeah, Frog does like no damage whatsoever. So yeah, if you're new to RGL here, we do have what's called Random Mondays, which is basically us playing randomizers. That's normally on Monday afternoons. You'll see me there fairly often, and we've been playing a lot of Archipelago stuff lately, which is your randomizers that you can play as a cooperative experience. It's been a while since we played like Just a Time straight up, without having it be AP, which is a beta game right now. But it's a lot of fun. The reason why this is a beta game, though, is because there is a game-breaking glitch that I still haven't figured out to the best of my knowledge. After we finish off Yakra here, we're going to go upstairs and raid the pantries. Next character, it's not who I want, so let's see if we make a switch here. Hey, a fragment. Oh, it's Dumpster Fire. I call them Team Dumpster Fire. Luca and Robo. I don't know if I want them though. Just gonna leave them alone for now. Team Dumpster Fire is stupid strong physically, not so much magically. And that's kind of what I need right now, is more magic power. I'm gonna have to lean on Magus for a little bit though, because he's my only source of water damage. Well, for now anyways. So each of these towers in Guardia Castle will hold 2 chests. The one in the future will hold additional chests because there is more to the castle itself, as we will likely see this run. Alright, so in order to do the next set of fights, we have to go this way. Go down to the bridge and talk to the Knight Captain. He's asking for food for his troops, which we're gonna go get him some. This food is completely different in these flags, so this is not gonna be the jerky that you're looking for. Or what is normally like that. It's like 1 piece of jerky for all the troops is pretty strange in my opinion. You know what we never do? Can we order? Of course you don't. Okay, so I guess we just start instead. Anyways, talk to the chef here. You can run away from him and save some time instead of just standing down there. Once he says pipe down, what do you know? You can leave. Oh wait, he's stopping you. The Chrono trigger, that's unfortunate. So Chrono Trigger is a go mode item, but it's the worst go mode item, so it's not something we really want. But I'll tell you what you want, what you really want. You want to build the Mazimune, or you'd rather have the Ruby Knife and the Dreamstone instead. Oh, and the Gate Key as well. Those are much better go modes to get out of the game with. So this is the alternate Xenon battle on the bridge music, which is pretty cool. I like this song a lot, so I make it a point to include it whenever I can in each seed. If you have no magic damage to deal with the deceased, just smack Ozzy around a bit. 3 hits should do the trick. Yep, this is a alternate track song that wasn't made into the final game. Lapis is really nice. It's a AoE 200 HP heal, but we have frogs, so Lapises are a little bit less valuable this seed. There is one other song in this game that is an alternate track, which is, I believe, Death Peak. Which I have also enabled those flags should we go that route. But yeah, this song is actually really nice. Sadly, it doesn't play during the boss fight. That'd be even better. So after a couple of skirmishes on the bridge himself, get another Lapis, nice. Just run after Ozzy and he's gonna just summon the Kraken on you. And you're going to be... This animation is vanilla, but the monster shouldn't be. Oh god. That's not something I wanted to say. Gross. At least it's early. It's early, which means getting out of the pool early. Owie, make it stop. Thankfully, we have the sight scope on, which lets us know what the HP is going to be. Because who really wants to, like, figure out how much you need to spend into a boss, right? Yeah. He just deals no damage, so he's kind of just useless. But he still gets his mana drained anyway, which is annoying. Rip Magus being worthless. I don't need to heal there. He tanked the slate for us, so that's really good, but he has an amulet on, so he's not taking any damage from that. Should need like one more. Well, one more is all I have, unfortunately. Do I have ethers? No. Okay, this is gonna be kind of a problem. I might not be able to finish this if this doesn't kill him. Yeah, that's rough. Okay. How much HP do you have left? Okay. No, we have to reset, unfortunately. I don't have any way of restoring mana. Not yet, anyways. I should have just shopped first before I went and did all that. We saved outside the castle, though, so that's something we can worry about going forward. I have magic tabs, which I'm also going to have to start using, too, because that would put not enough damage on a caster, primarily. Alright, so... Lean Square. There's a few shops here we can go ahead and check. Oh, there's ethers. A little bit too late, but whatever. Frenzy bands are real nice. We're gonna hold on to a bunch of those. Grab that for later. Yeah, I really should have shop checked first. That was on me. Sorry, Sam. We'll make up for it later. So Milkware here will always sell you 5 weapons for your party, and revives and shelters guaranteed 100% of the time. This is one of the only shops that does not get shuffled. The weapons themselves will be shuffled, but the revives and shelters will not. So you can just go ahead and hold on to those. If you have Marley in your party, it gives you an extra text box, which you don't want right now. Okay, better armor is really nice. Big blast decent. The elemental gear, the ones that are colored with white, black, blue, and red, will each absorb and or help you out with just negating part of the damage that you take from spells, which is really nice later. Hi, kitty. So good news, we pet the cat. Also good news, because I personally donated for it, I am going to feed the cat later, instead of just petting it. Which only takes about 7 minutes, so unless we're like super late on time, then we'll have plenty of time for it. We're already like half until 2 different go modes, so this should be fine. We're just going to need levels to finish the game with. That's all I wanted from here. The rest of it we can't get right now. You know, I'm sitting here looking at my item tracker and then realizing how much I don't need it. Seraph's songs are nice because they regenerate mana. That's pretty good against enemies that just steal your mana like the mutants do. Males are for everyone else. Snail Stop, this will give you 1 key item. Flash Blade. That's pass. That is for Chrono, who we are likely not getting this run now. There's always 2 characters that are going to be, like, really locked behind a bunch of stuff that you don't really care about, and Chrono is one of the scenes, so I just don't really care about him. So we're just going to save the 10k gold, more or less. We are, however, going to get our, what is canon to our first items in Jets of Time. Is going to go borrow the carpenter's tools from his wife, who is going to talk about him getting drunk off, quote, soda, end quote. Well, you know, regular sugar is extremely bad because of high fructose corn syrup, so, you know, she has every right to be mad at him. But in actuality, it's alcohol, according to the Japanese version, so that's what that is. There's a speed tab over here. Okay, so smart thing to do. Let's go ahead and actually share the magic tabs we've gotten so far. We don't have to worry about the power tabs at all right now, because our party just isn't physically really capable of doing anything. Alright, last shop checks here. This is the Village of Monsters. You have to argue with them in order to get access to the shop. This shop is only really worth it if you are playing with these flags. If you are not playing with this set of flags, or anything involving the free shops, this shop is horrendously expensive. To the point of where you would want to shop here anyways. But you know what? We are having fun, and that's all that matters. Power rings aren't really worth it, but whatever. We're gonna go into the Elder's house here, raid his house for another speed tab and a magic tab. And that's going to put us in a much better position to actually deal with stuff in this game. I am going to keep Luca, I think, because she is just a stupid source of damage. And that is something I really, really want right now. I'm going to max you first. Speed tabs, I'm going to spend 1, and leave Magus alone, so... Okay. Next shop is over here. This is where Melchior's house actually is. He teleports over here for some reason whenever you're trying to enter his house. Barriers are good. Already have those, and those are worthless. Well, they're not really worthless in vanilla, but, yeah. Alright, now that we're equipped to go deal with the Xenon Bridge again, let's go actually take care of the mutant this time. For the purposes of the fight itself, I am going to equip this arrow slot I just bought, though. Because that'll give us enough mana to finish. We also have ethers, too, which, again, since you don't have anything, you're just kind of there. So you can just throw those. So we're actually a little bit late getting out of the opening series of checks here. Which I apologize for. Oh yeah, we didn't check the bridge yet, because that actually didn't happen. We were a step before that. But yeah. If you don't talk to him, you can actually get the food, and it's actually pretty good. It acts as a full heal if you get the big one. But that's the flag to turn off the meals, so... Oh wells. Yeah, 23 minutes in IGT, I'm not really a fan of where I'm at right now. We're gonna have to hustle a little bit. Same thing as before, just talk to him and run. Well, good news for you guys though, you get to hear the wonderful Xenon Bridge alternate song again. And I get to update my tracker a little bit. The cook, he has saved us all. Yeah, round 2 of this. That's the good stuff. So we're looking for our ways out of the past and present for the Middle Ages and present. So we're gonna need a gate key, more than likely. We're gonna need the pendant for sure. And then we're gonna need one of our go modes. So our first couple of items here have actually been pretty good in terms of go modes. I'm actually really surprised to see this being nice in that aspect. I just wish it was Dreamstone, so I can actually just leave this seed behind faster and get to Zelda instead. Not that I don't love Chrono Trigger, it's just this. This is a bit rough sometimes. We're gonna get through it together, fam, because we have plenty of kids to feed this marathon. Which is alluding to our older name for this marathon, which is Feed the Kids, but now it's Boss Battle Chocolate Hunger. So, good stuff. Hey, good morning, Weapon. Speaking of random Mondays, here's our chief technician involved with that. When's the last time you've seen us play Chrono Trigger on Random Mondays, Weapon? It's been months. I think the last one that actually played it was me. Okay, so we actually can two-shot this now. Yeah, it has been a long day. We should, for sure. I mean, I haven't done it in an archipelago in a little while, so... I'm gonna heal that. Once we get out of here, though, we can actually move on to other dungeons for tracks. Bye-bye, mutant. This is why you get magic tabs to Luca. Or really any mage. Can you actually get something? You got nothing. Wow. When's your next spell? Fire 2, okay. It's not water 2, but oh well. So what did we just get from that? We got speed tab again, for sure. That's all I saw, though. Yeah, that's all I saw. Okay, so next up, we are going to head on up here to the Notara Mountains. Now, I mentioned there was a really good farm spot here. If you are in dire need of tech points, like I seem to be this seed, farm this encounter right here. It's extremely quick. Especially if you have a global spell like Fire 2. Just punch that. I get rid of the bellbirds first because they actually inflict confuse, which is a pain. So this will get us Fire 2 for Ant here. There's going to be spamming that for a bit. So the reason why Magus falls off late game is because Magus cannot use dual or triple attacks, which are team-based party attacks, which are way stronger than solo attacks. Yeah, we don't run it often enough anymore. I'm happy I got to actually show this off this marathon because it's been a long time since I played it. I think the last time I did a Jets of Time run was last Retrothon in 23, so it's been a long time. And then the last time we did actual rando for it was earlier this year. So if you're watching these VODs in the future here, feel free to come join us and play more Chrono Trigger because we want more people to play Chrono Trigger with. We're gonna let that guy sleep over there. It's another fragment for our potential side go mode. Crits bypass defense, but it's still not enough. hammer on the Ogans absorbs a lot of damage, but if you throw any sort of fire at it, it shrieks, throws the hammer away, and then it becomes normal again. So it's a ton of physical damage it mitigates. So yeah, nothing really to see up to Notaro. There's going to be a lot of checks here, though. Ignore you. Since this is a tab sanity, we have to check everything, so we're going to be taking fights we wouldn't normally take. Fortunately, this stuff is actually pretty squishy. Load sword for Chrono, which is worthless. There's our pendant. Okay, now we're going places now, actually. So if you really want tech points, just go farm the thing in front. These things are really not worth your time. They're not worth your jets of time either. That's why I usually just run from these fights, actually. Hazing and bridges done. Hey, there's a froggy now. Take a couple rocks to the face here while pressing A, and you will grab yourself a rock of your own. It is completely random in randomizer which one it is. They do triple text. I don't remember which characters do triple text. I usually just collect it for the funsies and then never use it. We don't run to the left there because it triggers a series of 4 unrunnable encounters and takes forever because you have walking animations in between. So yeah, don't do it. It's a gigantic beginner's trap. Similar to Final Fantasy V in the Moogle Forest in World 2, you can jump down for a couple of chests. But unlike that game, this one is completely optional. But since it's Chrono Sanity, then we pretty much have to. Because you never know what's in a box right now. And that's part of the fun of this particular flag set in the randomizer. This is completely random, and so is... This is a coin flip fight. Unfortunately, we lost the coin flip. Sometimes he just leaves me alone, other times not. We got to bypass the first set of birds, though, twice, so it was natural we were going to lose that one. I would highly recommend checking Jet the Timeout. It's a lot of fun. These are really advanced flags, though, in terms of complicated stuff, so you would have to know your item locations in the game. But there are beginner-friendly flag sets for sure if you want to go ahead and try that out on the Jet's website. It's been a long time. I'm happy to run this again, though. Because, again, I made mention of it. We haven't run this for the most of the year now, and then the last time we ran this is... I am more than certain it was me back in last year's Retrothon in 23. Yeah, there's also Wings of Time. I need another speed tab. Wings of Time, and I don't remember the last one. It's on the big list of randomizers if you want to look that one up online, though. Alright, you. Hand it over. Yeah, the Jets community is actually really, really nice. They're good people. I used to do testing for them when I actually had time to. Yeah, the only thing really stopping the AP variant is the stupid soft lock. Oh, okay. I think it's like Beyond Chaos or something. That was like FF6's name as well. It was kind of weird. Would you hurry up and die already, Mouse? You don't want to AoE attack them because they will like double counter attack you, and that's a gigantic pain. should use my power tabs. There we go. Pearl Edge for Frog is nice. If you want to see something really funny, this is a Jets only sprite. You get to self-fuse. It's supposedly a Fusion Ha reference because, you know, this is a Toriyama kind of art style game. But why is this fight vanilla? Huh. At least Magus can actually do something now. Instead of just stand there. It feels like it's not randomized. Seeing both Masamune and the combo. Yeah. I did have boss shuffle on though, so it's just the way it rolled. This is the vanilla for anybody wondering. 2700. So Frog is mostly your healer, but you still want to make sure you actually put magic points into him second, behind whoever your mage is. That's some pretty decent damage despite the fact it's unmodified. Ow. Rude. Yeah, we're killing for big numbies already. We've only put like 7 magic tabs into them. Just auto and finish up here. Or not. You don't really see it because of the camera angle, but I am regenerating mana slowly. I don't remember the exact interval though. That should be the finale right there. I have reduced flashing on. It doesn't get rid of everything, but it gets rid of most things. I'm keeping our photosensitive friends in mind. I am not particularly fully photosensitive, but it does give me headaches if I do stare at stuff for too long. If it's high intensity flashing anyways, like Pikachu episode of Pokemon with the Porygon rave room. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Another fragment, okay. Actually a decent amount now. Alright, so we have the pendant, which means we can, I believe we can get out of here now. Where's my ship? It's like, dude, where's my car? It's on this continent somewhere. There it is. We're gonna get a few garbage solo fights right here, but we're at least going to expand our horizons out of these particular pieces of time. I have a frenzy band for counterattacks too, so I think I'm actually gonna put that here. Frenzy bands are really good for a lot of the game. Take trash away. Yes, that is what you normally do with your garbage. You throw it in jail. This is a solo run for a little bit, but these things are not particularly dangerous. Your one solo character, which in the vanilla version is Chrono, can definitely take care of the stuff in here. We're gonna speed this along, meaning you bang on the door 3 times instead of just waiting for yourself to be picked up and executed and missing every check in here, which these checks are pretty helpful, so. Hey you, that wasn't very nice. Here's what you get for misbehaving. Bonk. If you run past them, you take the fight with both of them. Like, who really wants that? Hyper Ethers, though, that's actually really nice. I think I actually want to take all those encounters. Surprising to see guards drop anything relevant. Bonk. These ones will drop mid-tonics if you just bonk them. But not the first one. Another fragment's nice. Just like mountains. Mountains are nice. You're the escape con. I am going to refrain from saying things. So anyways, do not close that text box or he runs off and jams the actual doorway. Just run past him. Alright, so sneak yourself through the middle of those. Don't touch them. If you touch them, that fight is actually kind of slow, so you don't want to bother with those things. Again, nothing in here drops a lot of tech points anyways. I like these Hyper Ether drops. I think I might actually take the rest of these just so I can get them. I don't know. You give me more Hyper Ethers. They restore all your mana, so they're really good late game. The way drops work in this game is they're generally guaranteed as long as you fight something. But they generally only drop once per item in the pool, regardless of how many of the actual monsters are in there, which is why you only saw one Hyper Ether drop when I fought 2 of them earlier, so you want to fight them one at a time. It's slower that way, but you know what? It's okay. We're gonna save Fritz here, but we're never gonna see Chrono, so it's just the nice thing to do. Bye now. Some people like saving them, others don't. That's kind of a meme in the Jets of Time community. Help it out. More items, please. Yeah, I ran past the left side of the second, like the first floor there. There's nothing in there, really. It's all like in here. Another fragment. Neat. This one's open intentionally, so just run through it. And you get to go back downstairs all the way. Yeah, that person's not so much alive. Climb down this hole here for another chest. Actually, another 2. Forget about the second one. Another fragment's really nice. As I remember, because of the way this particular dungeon is, you can't get anything like super high value like a key item here. But the fragments are showing up pretty well, so hey. I know as far as the item pool goes, I only have like, I think 10 extra fragments in the pool, so we're missing like, what, 2 or 3 if we don't check these? I think I need like 15 or so. It's just an alternate win condition to push the game along if we just run into too much time problems here. In a time-based game. You shouldn't have thrown us in jail. Now you get bonked. Things that Toad would probably say. Let's blow this joint. Classic 80s and 90s right there. Okay, so... Power tabs. I should probably use some of these. I'm keeping Toad as a permanent party member, so I'm just gonna dump all those on him. Yay, we're out. Let's go. Yep, this is Tab Sandy for a reason. Alright, so speaking of tabs, I should just swap off the Frenzy Band since they're more useful than Seraphs now. You exist, I guess. Agus doesn't really do anything for us, unfortunately. Unless his next spell of like Ice 2, then he's kinda useless. Which is big sad. Yep, +5 is completely to speed up the flow of time in this particular rando. So this boss is actually immune to fire, which is also a pain. Oh my god, you need me to hit it again. Oh yeah, rando will rando, because that's what I rolled it to be. I rolled it to be max 5, min 5, so... I am just speeding the game along, as it should be. Because it's actually in place of all the things I'm not finding as drops. Because this is Tab Sanity flags, there are no items in the pool, except for the stuff off enemy drops and whatever you charm, so... I don't get equipment in this game. That laser wasn't very point. Can you knock in? Just die already. It's a 10. Give me a break. Okay, the rainbow helmet is incredibly useful. The way this works is you want status protection on some sort of equipment. Prism helms are the best, or like safe helms, or vigil helms. But if you can't get any of those, magic resistance helms, like damage and stuff like that, are really the second tier. Yep. welcome to the chat. Yeah, Luca is one half of Team Dumpster Fire, her and Robo, so... And Robo's the other party member, which, honestly, I really should swap him. Unless I start seeing mass immune pieces. There you go. How many fragments am I at? We're like halfway to our fragment goal already. It's crazy. So once you go through that portal right there after that particular jail sequence, you get the ability to power up your pendant, which lets you open up all the sealed doors and chests in the game. Here's some of the only shops I have. Definitely. Absolutely. I'm writing that down, actually. Actually, I don't need to. I'm sure y'all can remind me if I really forget. Got those. Already out of Pearl Edge. That's useless. I don't think I'm going to go through 100 mid-ethers. I really don't. But it's always good for forward thinking. Alright. So nothing really useful in Trandom. That leads us into Lab 16. There's a bunch of items in here. There's also a bunch of rats that steal a bunch of your crap too, so... yeah, do your best to dodge them. They have set patterns though. So you're going to see me running around in very specific pathing to avoid as many of these as possible for encounters and rats both. A lot of these enemies just aren't tech point heavy until very late in the game, so that's why I just ignore most of them. Ignore that. Another speed tab's really nice. That's the wrong one. I always forget this particular pathing. But we have fire too, so we can get rid of them pretty quick. Shadows are only weak to magic damage, you cannot physically hit them. Actually, I think I'll swap in Robo after other people learn AoE attacks. I think that's probably the better play, honestly. I think that's why there's a second chest in here. I guess not. Oh no. Those rats fed off mini potions back in those days. I could have sworn there was an extra check here, but, you know, maybe just thinking wrong. In which case, I'm just going to run back there. This fight is kind of finicky. Sometimes you actually hit it, sometimes you don't. Thankfully we didn't here. Big bucks, no rats, stop. There we go. We're clear. No rats. Okay. On our hunt for key items here, this is going to take us to Eris Dome. Eris Dome is a giant plot hole. Fortunately, Jet the Time actually negates most of the plot. You wake them up with your hopeful vision of the future. Load helms are decent. Did not really see any of those, except for like, what was it? Sage Bow, which wasn't all that great. Let me go ahead and use the Enertron, which is a classic meme. I just want to get all the MP back for downstairs. But you're still hungry. And you know what? That's actually a good segue. There are a lot of kids out there that are not going to get the chance to have decent meals this holiday season. But fortunately, we here are actually supporting Random Acts Charity, which is a wonderful little thing that supports needy families. So if you have anything to spare, please consider donating. That would be greatly appreciated for everybody. Not just for me, but all of us all here at RGL. We would really appreciate that. And that's kind of a crappy boss. You ruined my Segway! Don't get hit by a Segway. I was having a moment, and you just kinda ruined it. That's a really large waste of time. Fortunately, we have counterattack stuff equipped to make this go a little bit faster. Since people weren't really using them, they decided to buff the rate of counterattacks on the frenzies to like 90%. Which is really, really good. I think frenzies are still like 50 or 70 or something. Or what we call rage bands, which is the lesser equivalent. That was a pretty good combo. Yeah, it just steals your mana off of whoever the last hit is. Unfortunately, it's him. We don't really have any more encounters down here, though, so that's the good news. You have to talk to this NPC to actually get the rats to move, so... Chase him down. It helps if you just spam A button here. Just make sure you don't get caught on a corner, so otherwise you'll just flat out miss the rest and have to redo the whole thing. There you go. You have to get that prompt in order to learn the password. That's non-negotiable. And now you just don't have to worry about talking to it more than once. So yeah, since we're not doing any more encounters in here, we can just run through the rest of those. I've been playing a lot of FF5 lately, and like after each like dungeon and stuff like that, it makes me want to just hit the warp shard button and go back to the world map. Don't have that option here. So we're just going to ignore all of these because they're just more wasted fights that don't really mean anything in the terms of TP and XP gain. A lot of these fights are just not really useful at all. Okay, here's this one bit of plot we have left here because, you know, everybody deserves having their names read off. Tournament winners always deserve a spot in the rando somewhere. Bugs are kind of annoying, and they also take up a large chunk of land, so it's just easy to hit them sometimes. Well. You can grab that on the way in if you want, but I just grab it on the way out instead. Hey, guess what? We found something. We found random, like, plant seeds. Enjoy. Don't eat them. Jerky, okay. Jerky is not particularly useful, unfortunately. Scoop. But you're still hungry. Yeah, they're plant seeds. I don't know what plant, they never really described it in the canon. Or if they did, I certainly didn't see it. Yeah, it's airstone. There's a couple of checks in here that are relevant. It's just this one in the front, though. The one in the middle is always the race log, which you can just ignore. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into the sewer access, but we're going to go through the back of it, because it's actually just faster to do it that way. Okay, there's only 3 chests in here. At least according to my tracker. Which is usually pretty right. And one of those chests is at the very beginning. The other one is right over here next to this boss. So we actually don't have to fight this boss at all. We're gonna have to take 1 encounter to get the 3rd chest, though. Actually, no, 2, excuse me. I believe we can run from one of them? Okay, cool. Nice cutscene, bro. This is the one you can't run from, if I remember right. Yeah. Just block them. As you can see, the XP and tech points are just absolutely not worth fighting. There is a spot far into the future that we can just make up all of our time on for actually getting stuff. Dips out. One of the weirder animations in the game. But it's annoying because they drain health. Can you stop doing that? Thanks. Yeah, the fights in here are just flat out garbage. Just ignore it as best you can. Alright, so did not find what we're looking for in here. Actually, we can go this way. So that's our 3 checks in there. Nothing else really interesting. Alright, let's see what our party member is in here. It's not going to be someone I want, though. I would love to see a Fire 2 on Lucas sometime in the near future. Great. Darn Pikachu robots. Yeah, looking at my map here, the future's been kind of just pointless. Nice, that's always good to hear people playing this more. This is one of those games that needs more love in the random community. Alright, so this character is completely dead. Whoever it is. Yeah, it's Chrono. Gross. Chrono is icky poo. Having the ability to be fast does not make you the ability to be good. Alright, so we're gonna have to do factory anyways, because we're still looking for key items. This fight is forced. They have some elemental weaknesses and resistances that they counter with, but yeah. It's usually just better just to physical attack them. You want to single one color out at a time though, so otherwise they start counterattacking with each other if you get both of them. Chrono's garbage. Say no to Chrono. Luminaire is only good if you waste magic tabs on him. Everything else on him kind of just sucks. Alright, so I'm going to show off the first trick in the game. You can actually just run through this and ignore all the encounters on the belt, but you have to time this well, otherwise you will get stuck on the belt with all the encounters and they're forced. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these robots pass here. You want to run up the conveyor belt when you see the ones that are close like this, not the ones that are far away. So we're gonna be doing that twice. Here we go. Here's the first one. So we're gonna wait for the next one. Let's see here. Come on. Scoop. Here we go. Okay, we're good. Hooray, we did it. This fight's forced, but it's not mandatory. Something really quick, but I don't see what I'm looking for. There you go. Robo Ribbon, that's not particularly useful either. It's helpful for Robo, but we haven't switched to him yet, so we're gonna just let them go. Okay, this is actually a really good point to get up and stretch if you haven't lately, because these cranes are extremely slow. Especially the second one. The second one you can actually take a mini bathroom break on and not feel fussed about actually coming back and missing any time. Which fortunately I do not need to do right now. But considering this particular category is a very volatile time-wise run, it's helpful to take the ability to take a bathroom break when you can. There's like one other really good spot to do it later, but that's only if you're on a certain go mode path. Once the second one is gone, you can just leave. Alright, we're gonna get our first major password, which is more or less the same thing you've been hearing all along. Well, not really, but yeah. That's it for this half of the floor. This is the half of the floor where you can get into a bunch of random encounters if you are unlucky with your timing, but the other side is the fight where you get into a bunch of encounters, which is a giant time sink. Conveyor belts are really annoying in this game because they act too much like actual ones. swapping to Frenzy Band here for the extra counterattack damage. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, what is that right there? 59-month sub. Much appreciated. Thank you for your wonderful generosity towards the RGL family. Yep, for the kids. That was the old name. Boss Battle Childhood Hunger is the new name. It feels like both of them still work because they're all for the same cause. Totally. That was such a good sub. 59 months. See, that's what? Over 4 years? Goodness. Okay, getting into this fight is weird. I can't remember the last time it happened. I think I'm just too far out of the bottom there. There we go. Not supposed to get in all of those. Yeah, not supposed to get into this one either, but here we are, I guess. So counterattacks will not trigger their counterattacks. So that's why we put Frenzy Bands here. So this one fight in here is actually the most annoying thing in the entire dungeon. This fight is dangerous if you go wild with your spells, though. Just something to keep in mind. I would still recommend killing the orange ones first. That's what the Frenzy Bands are for. Good stuff. 90% counterattack rate makes this fight way easier than it should be. Alright, we definitely have to heal up before we go on to the next section though. Which, actually, yeah, we'll do that right now. Okay, so we didn't really get a lot out of this dungeon, unfortunately. There's one more fight in front of us. Yeah, the only things that you really care about in this game for accessories are counterattack items, berserkers for a certain set of monsters in the later half of the game, and then the sunshade / prism specs or the stud items, which are mana conservation items. That's all you really care about. Everything else is just kind of garbage. There's some very niche stuff like the third eyes, but... So, in the vanilla there's 6 of these, but the game dropped it down to 4 instead. And they are living still, that's kind of a concern. Such a long animation. It feels bad, man. Oh my god, they're doing it again. No! My time. Save the frames. Okay, so that's it for this dungeon. There's something else in here. Another rainbow helm's nice, though. I'll give a crap about Chrono, so just gonna leave him. That's a randomizer bug. That's a funny visual bug, though. Nothing really happens out of it. So what are my next spells? Oh yeah, I don't have them yet because I gotta talk to you. Because for some reason I thought Magic Unlocked was actually a thing. I must not have hit the right flags for it. Oh well, we get it now. So. Alright, so do as he says, just run around. So yeah. I am very happy. I think this is about my 3rd or 4th year I've been doing this for... I'm probably doing this one extra. Oh well. For Feed the Kids, I am very happy to be here again. I am here for a lot of this marathon, by the way. You're gonna see me tomorrow and Sunday morning as well. Which for me, I am on Japan Standard Time, so it's just easier for me to be on this time of night for people. Okay. Now we actually uncapped our magic techs. I cannot believe I had those locked. That's such a massive waste of mana and tech points. So Water 2 is finally good. Hypno Wave is not great. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go back to Proto and grab our ship again. There's a giant time sink dungeon that I'm trying to avoid doing as much as possible, but we might have to resort ourselves to doing it. We will see what happens when we find what we find. Out of the 3 go modes, one of them I still need both pieces for, the other 2 I only need 1 piece for each. Oh, Giga Gaia. Okay. This is a whatever fight, honestly. He's got a lot of health, but not really particularly threatening. With our particular HP pool, though, we're gonna have to heal every turn, probably. Oh yeah, that hurts a bit. Owie. Okay, getting rid of his hands is a huge save of your life, honestly. I think he does respawn them though if you take too long, so just keep your attacks up pretty high. Okay, that's a really cool graphical effect. What damage does this do? This should do more because it's scaled upwards in stats. Yeah, that's a lot more. Okay, that'll kill it. Blue mail's nice. Getting magic wall out of the way is fine. That's really unfortunate. Kali Blade is a Chrono weapon, that's not even that good. Unless I'm thinking of the other one. No, I am. Alright, so again, I am trying to avoid the other dungeon this time as much as possible. So we're gonna go ahead and head backwards. I'm looking for the gate key, as well as a few other things here. Good kitty. Alright, there is one treasure chest in here we can actually grab now that we have the pendant unlocked. Yeah, there's one sealed chest in here. I think it's up here. Oh, yeah, we actually haven't grabbed the chest in here either, so grab those real quick. Must be on the other side. Bent Hills. Okay, that's one of the things I wanted to see. So we are officially in one item go mode from all three paths now. So we're not going to see the 1000 AD rest of the castle for now. We're just going to have to leave and come back later. Because normally there is a couple of paths there. Grab this though. Another fragment, nice. That is Prison Tower, Secret Chest. Got the sealed chest here. Oh yeah, we got the jerky, so we can actually go do that now. But first, I want to go ahead and do Magic Cave. Magic Cave is named this for the simple fact that most stuff in here is very tech point heavy. If you have the ability to put this off until last, after you've unlocked your magic, if you are locked by that magic. Because you have yourself the opportunity to get a ton of tech points in here. Just keep your global spells handy though. Speed tabs are really nice. Just like mountains, mountains are nice. I know I've made that joke already, but you know what? It's a good joke, so whatever. I didn't say you could steal my mana, you jerk. Pretty good damage for one mana attack. Those things in here don't require a lot of damage anyways. They're just annoying to kill because they're all physical resistant. But as you're seeing there, 25 tech points for one fight is nothing to sneeze at, especially early in. We just got lucky in the fact that we didn't have to come through here earlier. So we're gonna cast Fire 2 a lot. I hope you like the animation, because you're gonna be seeing it a bunch. So Hecarim Cave is one of those things you see after you come back to the present for the first time in vanilla. The boss is kind of a jerk, but we'll see what the boss ends up being. I could have swore I put save cursor on too. And that's something we can do right here instead. Cursor. Bats are annoying because they can put you to sleep too. Back in the day when Zubats were actually annoying, instead of just being annoying and toxic. Evil, evil Zubats. Fortunately, we have the ability to purge everything with fire in this place, which is, you know, really funny because it's a water cave. Yeah, ironically, his stat for that is actually good enough without me doing anything to it, which is really nice. What are you getting after this? Mega Bomb. Okay. We're getting our water text late, unfortunately. I just wanted my globals, but we can't have nice things. It's okay though. It's after Mega Bomb. It's packed. It's unfortunate. So our last two attacks for her are Fire 2 and Flare, which is really, really painful to see. For anybody wondering why the spells are all out of order, it's because I have the balanced random text on, which will keep these spells locked to your characters, but it shuffles the order of them. I am looking specifically for Water 2 on Frog, and then we're just going to make a run through Sunken Desert as well. Which we're a little bit off of. 55. We're not going to get before the end of the dungeon though. We're gonna get it soon enough, though. So as I was mentioning, because it's been an hour and a half, just make sure you get up and stretch and get yourself some water soon. This sealed chest will give you 2 items. It's the only sealed chest in the game, if I remember right, that actually gives me 2 items in it. Alright, so this is one of the soft locks in the game coming up. It is random whether it happens or not, and oh boy. I do not have have enough fire flame gear for this, unfortunately. So Sun and Sun is one of those things that likes to counterattack you with lots of fire and then cast flare on you. Yeah, this is a long fight. A long fight, I don't have haste, so... Okay, so we ran into the situation here where Sun actually needs to spin in order to have the weak point. Because normally in the vanilla version it has 5 flames, if I remember right. And the damage actually just shuffled for that one. So we're looking for making a little jingle noise whenever we hit it. And then we just hit that one for a few turns. It's going to take at least 2 cycles. Okay, there it goes. Player sucks. Okay, I'm actually gonna have to heal here this turn off the frog. This is one of those fights where you'd actually want to go ahead and drop in barriers. Or like shields, I forget which one is which. Yeah, Sun is not all that pleasant. I need more people to swing, though. I don't need as many people to heal except for frog. It's one of those fights where Frenzy Dance actually doesn't do you any good at all. I think we're gonna need one more pass here. Not everybody is max speed, and I don't have haste, so I'm not feeling enough to actually get this done before it spins again. Or ammo. It's gonna be close. I think it's 13 hits, but I haven't been paying attention. There it goes. That's probably like 1 or 2 away. Oh good, we got one of the fast ones. If you want one of the ones that only takes 1 button press to go to instead of 2, it saves you a little bit of time. Which, it can make all the difference in getting a 1 or a 2 cycle. Most of these Sun of Sun fights are 2 cycles though, unless you're like armed to the teeth. Okay, there you go. Once it says that, everything dies. So yeah, we got a lot of tech points out of here in comparison to most of the garbage of the game. Gloomhelm's okay, I guess. And Sun of Sun just kind of explodes because it's not meant to be there. Normally you get Hecarim there. Hecarim's a giant creature that is very physical resistant. Okay, save there. There is a possibility of a soft lock here. Which we did not hit. Cool. Your ship follows you over here, so you have to go chasing it back down. Okay, stop. Okay. Hey, trash. Way to talk about your daughter, dude. Alright, the end's gonna give us another seal chest. 1 person PK. Sometimes you actually just freeze on top of the whirlpool. It's a weird one. Hecarim Cave just breaks everything. It happens in vanilla too. Oh yeah. There's one other set of checks I can do. Yeah, it's a very rare occurrence in vanilla, but it does happen. Fortunately, you can save on top of the world map and then just reset and it'll fix it. Or if you're me, you'd prefer just to be inside of the cave and just backtrack a little bit and save there and do it. This doesn't matter because we have tabs on, but it's another fragment, so nice. Normally that's the, I think it's the swallow and the safe helm. The safe helm's the only good one. Okay, we go back to 600 now. So going back to 600 will allow us to go turn in the jerky. The jerky will get us a little bit of future presence, as well as some sealed chests here too. The randomizer will automatically give it away for free, but you can sell it back to her for some crazy reason if you want some sort of weird amount of, like, 100 gold profit increments, but you don't get anything out of doing it. Okay, that was nothing. The ends have another treasure chest in it. That one has a text box though, so they're all supposed to have text boxes, but for the purposes of the randomizer, some of them just don't. I know we're getting close, because we've had a lot of fragments over the last half hour. Okay, we have our 15, so we are, like, actually in go mode, but I still want to play it out and see which go mode we get first before I make that decision. If we get Black Omen, I'm 100% just jumping instead. After we get levels, of course. But actually going boss hunting will help us out a lot for getting XP because Lavos is no joke. Lavos will 100% kill you at these HP levels with very little effort in randomizer. Okay, so last is that. So I've been avoiding desert, but I don't think I can really avoid it any longer. Not without going to the one place I don't want to go to, so hopefully what we're looking for is in here. Welcome to Sandstorm. Insert doo-doo-doo here. Yeah, I was hoping to get a water tech before we got here, but it just wasn't meant to be, I guess. Yeah, we're getting into the dungeons of I don't want to be here levels. Yeah, we're just gonna have to bonk these, I guess. As we deal no damage to these whatsoever. Where's your fire 2? Not for a while. Okay, we're getting water 2 next. Alright, I'm happy now. We don't have to suffer through the rest of this place after this. And just bonk it. Or if you're from my generation, just bop it, spin it, and then twist it. Alright, so now that we have water 2, we can actually one-shot all this crap. You 100% want to actually drown everything in here because it gives you a crap ton of tech points. There's like 7 or 8 encounters on this top floor. Let me heal real quick. I can probably do that out of combat too. Not gonna worry about it for this particular encounter, but we'll swap for the next one. Pretty good crit though. More Hyper Ethers is also extremely nice. So now that we're progressing more towards the mid to late game, you're going to see me avoiding more fights than you would early. Not everything can be run from, but we're going to do what we can here. That is a lot of damage. Looking on the replay, that was like 2,400 damage. Things are weak to water in here, which is why you prefer to have Marley here instead of Magus. Unless we fight Ben's sword, we're not getting her, which is a big sad. Ice water is stupid powerful in the right particular circumstances. We're about halfway through here now. Only a couple more fights. Gonna head back upstairs and pop a shelter real quick after this next fight so we can just have enough for the full boss, whatever it happens to be. We haven't seen anything super trolly yet, which is really concerning to me because this is starting to get to the stuff that actually matters. We will find out the next 2 bosses how scary things are. Okay. Let's get back in there and finish this off. Oops. That happens a lot. Okay. Like there's one fight in like every direction, more or less, except for like the center of the map. Alright, so for this room here, in randomizer it's fixed to this chest right here. It kind of just wanders around and... that's Golem Boss, okay. Golem Boss just kind of exists. Honestly. Here, have that. You can kind of just ignore him if you want to. I'm just gonna blow him up because it's funny. That is some good damage. Holy crap. All your damage is doo-doo without magic tabs. Holy crap. So yeah, the reason why I want Marley instead of... oh wow, I actually killed him outright. Nice. If you wait long enough, he just kind of runs away. It's also funny. But since we're running Luca and Frog both, we don't have really any good dual techs, and Magus doesn't get any dual techs, he gets 1 triple tech. I need Ben's sword. I'll take Ben's sword or Dreamstone. Okay. This was nice, but it wasn't needed. Hey, what? Alright, so now that we've done that, head right over here, pop out Robo, and complete your team trash fire. Dumpster Fire decides to actually be helpful and lock up the Anthole Lion nest, and then just start replanting the whole thing. So this will open up one shop in which you haven't seen yet. This is the shop that normally sells Vigil hats, which is really, really good. It's like the viable version. Oh, hello there. I already have lapises though. We're not using Chrono. But this is the viable version, so the status protection helms instead of prism helms. But these ones don't add extra magic defense. They also, like, Vigil helms are harm in the leg, so... If you have Robo at the front of your party, he pulls himself out, which is hilarious. I forgot to do it. The Moonstone, that doesn't help. Alright, so we have to go do things I don't want to do. There's only 2 more dungeons left that aren't technically out of logic, which is Ozzy's Fort. And Ozzy's Fort absolutely blows unless you have a ton of XP. Because that is designed to be an endgame dungeon. Okay. So we're going to go back to 2300 here and go do the giant 10-minute time waste that I don't want to do. If this gives me a go mode item, though, I will be okay with it, but I'm not thrilled to be going back here. Because this place just sucks. Let me show you why. Remember all these unrunnable fights we had? Guess what? We're getting more of them. Yay! These aren't particularly good for tech points either, which is also sad. There's a lot of chests in here we can check though, so... That's the only saving grace about how long this dungeon takes in comparison to the rest of them. The gate key also wouldn't be the end of the world too, but it would be continuing the line along for the rest of the game. And I'd rather be going into prehistoric with a go mode instead of not. Because there's a lot of dungeons in prehistoric and all of them kind of suck. Alright, so here's all these unrunnable fights here for you real quick. This is the last one though. On the conveyor belts anyways. So you see why I don't like this dungeon all that much. You're forced with a ton of early game stuff. That's not giving you a ton of resources for the time you're spending on them. Like 32 tech points looks good, but... It's not worth it for the unrunnables. Open. So you're gonna see us play around in here a fair bit. There's these little laser guard things here, which if you don't blow them up, they're gonna blow you up, so just want them a lot. I forgot there's 4 there, I thought it was only 2. Fortunately, counterattacks exist. And counterattacks make up for my stupidity and not actually just AoEing that. Oh wait, I swapped Magus out. I forgot about that. Oops. I guess this kind of works though. Because I was eventually going to swap to him anyways. $170 kind of sucks though. Okay, so that's it for that. You want to flip these ones right here, and then that one. And then I'll open up this little pod thing here for later. Okay. You have nothing cool. We're going to be using a few shelters in here because of how the nature of this dungeon works. There's a lot of overlap with save points. That's like another good thing about it. And there's our first couple dual attacks. Not really good ones, as I mentioned previously, but yeah. Grab that. You're grabbing a live electrical current to attach to yourself temporarily. It opens up doors and various other things that's needed to actually progress in here. Okay, we are not hitting anything so far. Hi. There's more things to drown. Neat. So, for the purposes of the randomizer, you don't want to make character swaps too often, which is more often than not your first 3 characters are your final party. Making 1 swap is okay, making 2 for the purposes of getting other attacks. That's where you want to probably stop and think about what you're doing. So we're going to go upstairs here because there's nothing more for us to do right there right now. Fight a couple more of these laser guards. Yeah, if you don't one-shot them, they explode and deal damage to you, and it's annoying. I can do decent armor at least. I did. You have to line yourself up with that. Bent sword. Okay, I'm in go mode actually. I'm gonna finish out this dungeon for the XP, but I am in go mode. That's actually that's the second good go mode. It's not the first one, because the first one won't take as long, but we are actually, like, we can finish underestimate for sure. Even with doing the rest of this plays. You saw that sparkly there, which is another tab, but I never really figured out how to get that one. I know you have to turn this particular dungeon off and come back in, but who in the God's name would want to do that? Alright, so now we need levels instead of just items. Fortunately, this is one of the go modes that gives us a pretty decent set of XP. This is also, unfortunately, the longest of the go modes. Actually, the second longest, excuse me. We get to go to a wonderful little castle out in the middle of 600. This castle, the fights in there are half unrunnable, half not. But with this party here, we can actually handle it pretty easily. Like, I'm not a fan of using Team Trashfire, but it's better than Chrono by a long shot. Chrono is just doo-doo. He's the main pro tag of the story. You're stuck with him for like, what, 60-70% of the game, and he still sucks. When you get the ability to free your party and make your own party decisions, he just falls off so hard. Okay, so she lets Fire 2 last. That's so annoying. So Flare is really nice. We need better accessories to really utilize it though. So yeah, flip the conveyor belts back this way. We're going to be using that pretty shortly. We ran into a Tropos already, so she won't show up here. So my ideal comfort point for levels is roughly around the 35 range. So we're getting there. It's gonna take a tiny bit of grinding, but it's something we're gonna do for tech points anyway, so it's fine. Anyways, run back up the conveyor belt here, and we're gonna go get that other current for the last door. The reason why we have to come back here second to get this one is because the conveyor belt's pushing us in the wrong direction the first time, and if you get pushed in the wrong direction like that, you eat up all your time trying to go up here to the door. So yeah, there you go. There's that. Okay. And now we get the ever annoying task of bringing this old tin can with us. This is another reason I don't like Genodome in general. Come on. He's doing his best, but his best is not good enough. Oh, and if you get hit by that encounter right there, he runs away, and you have to start all over, so don't do it. Either get rid of it beforehand or just dodge it like I do. Oh crap, I forgot about this one. I screwed up. That's on me, fam. Sorry. I completely forgot to trigger this encounter at the beginning. So guess what we get to do? I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't want to potentially hit it on the way back and do this a third time. Because this is just a giant waste otherwise. Alright, so Magus's castle is going to take us about 30 minutes, but at the same time it's better than Black Omen by a long shot. Black Omen is a giant boss gauntlet, and a lot of the stuff in Magus's castle is just garbage. There's a couple boss fights in there, but yeah, none of it's particularly dangerous. Unless we roll really bad, in which case who knows. But the good news is we don't have to go to Ozzy's Fort either looking for items in a desperation attempt to get a go mode. Come on. Junky robot of cowardice. I will never forgive you for being so stupid. Anyways, bring it all the way over here and cause it to fall in love with its significant other. And there you go. Grab the other Poyozo doll, which, yeah. Poyozo doll. Almost sounds like Poyo. Poyo. Alright, we're taking this boss fight for XP now. One more fight, though. I didn't grab this one on the way last time because it wasn't really in the way. But it's just as squishy as the rest of them, so just drown it or bonk it, whatever. You know the really good news is, though? We had to do Genodome, but at the same time we didn't have to go do About Low, which is amazing. There's all our goodies, and the Poyozo dolls look very weird all right there. I think it's a randomizer graphical glitch. Kind of funny looking though. Hey wait, this is vanilla. Sure. Alright, so here's the thing. You really, really, really want to keep your AoE target attacks in check. Do not kill more than 2 of these, or you will hate what happens. Unless you are a cracked out party, in which case, you know, New Game Plus exists, and you can just potentially blow everything up that way. So yeah, leave 1 display alive, and it'll be healing, sure, but at the same time, we get to start smacking things in the face with actual power to us. Team Dumpster Fire is going to do some damage now. Sword Cut will not work here. Leave Flash Wall though. We easily outparse the heals. Fortunately, no confusion there. Uzi Punch? Yeah, let's do that instead. I think that'll end up doing more damage. Actually, no, we didn't need to. The other Rainbow Helm is really nice. Slasher 2, yeah. We got what we needed out of there, though, so let's just go. Alright, so next stop, we're gonna go back to 600. Actually, no, we're gonna go to 1,000 first. Let's fix the Sword of Legendary Might. Insert Green Lantern joke here. Come on. Fix my sword, thanks. And now you get a small little cutscene break here if you want to get up and stretch again and get some more water. I'm going to stand up because I haven't done it a little bit. Standing up, getting your legs stretched. Really good for your blood circulation. Highly recommend doing it at least once an hour, if not once every hour and a half to 2 hours. It's really good for your overall health. That's why a lot of people use standing desks, just remember to rotate between being upright and down. So anyways, now that we got the blade fixed, let's go ahead and head on this way. Good news! I got my best party member. Bad news. Like, it's really late to get her. Which is really unfortunate. I gotta make a decision. Hey, a new. Give me that. Come here. No. You come here. I'm going to eat you now. So news are rare encounters for this particular section. They have about 1250 HP. You want to annihilate them whenever you see them for the simple fact that they give you an absolute butt ton of tech points. They are random spawns here in this particular section of the woods, but if you go back to the prehistoric, they're guaranteed spawns. Maybe next time I'll actually get to show you where in the prehistoric there is, but not this time. I can make a mention of it though, it's in the hunting range in prehistoric. What happens is it starts raining, and then once it starts raining, you have one of 3 places that guarantees spawns. And there's me. I want you, actually. Magic skills are fun. Your text decent at least. Okay, I'm gonna go unlock them. Alright, so we're gonna make a trip back to the end of the time real quick. Oh hey, another new. No, come here. You can get tech points for the others. This is my adventure. I should be in the final party, you know? Because that's what the game wanted us to do in the logical order of things. Even if we hit like an absolute potato. Like, Sage Bow is definitely not the best amount of damage at all. Glacier and Antipode. So Antipode 3 is big shadow damage because it uses Flare plus Ice 2. So that's going to be a huge source of AoE damage. Let's go get the rest of our spells real quick. And then we'll start making our run through. So yeah, we have our final party more or less. I should probably like do tabs on her though. Ironically, running out of magic tabs is kind of unfortunate, but oh well. No, I don't want to spar with him. You can spar with him, and he probably will annihilate you depending on what level you are and what your magic experience is and such for gear. But he doesn't outright kill you, so he just spars with you and then laughs at you when he wins. If you beat him, though, you get extra items. 1 per form. Alright, let's go straight to our destiny. Hop on in here. Prepare your eardrums if you're a headphone user. You might want to turn it down a bit. Yeah, you still need to talk to this customer. 16-bit glory, baby. We here at RGL love ourselves some 16-bit glory, and 8-bit, and 32, and 64. And even some stuff past that too, depending on who you ask. So he leads us into this dungeon, but we don't have to actually walk through here. We can fortunately get teleported straight through it. Alright, so Ant Slayer. Kermit would be proud. I mean, Glenn is way better than Kermit is. Even though Kermit is an iconic character. Glenn is still a better swordsmith. All Frog would have to do is just cut Kermit's strings, and then Kermit just kind of flops and doesn't get back up. Alright, so We have to go to each side here, and maybe I can get a couple more magic tabs in here. Like that. Nice. So we're going to touch bases here and make sure we check out each side of this before we continue on. Not worth talking to any of them, really. If you want to fight that, it does give you another chest, but eh. I just want free stuff right now. I don't care about stuff involving fights. Three magic tabs, though. I'll take them. And we only needed 2. Great. Alright, so what happens now that you have run across 2 dead ends? Well... you get to say hi to Ozzy again. The giant green nutball. Who totally isn't a Namekian. Alright, so... welcome to Ozzy's Fort. / Magus's Castle. This thing is a gigantic waste of your time. We don't have ice water, sadly. Ice water would be amazing, even though it is a little bit of a time sink each time you use it. Because it's really, really strong AoE damage, and that's not something this party has really had much of all seed. But we'll start getting that stuff on the way up. And once we get to Ocean Palace, we will absolutely start getting XP for her too, like tech point wise and such. Alright, so this right here, you need to go ahead and bonk it with whoever's the most irrelevant. Because it's a mana thief. Just like mutants are. Where's the real flea? So good news, because we chose this party, it's very flexible in what it does. Oh hey, you're supposed to be on the other side of the room. Weird. Ow. That did not feel good at all. Ignore that. Jeez. I don't think she has any regular heal attacks. Or just spam frogs. Does she? Oh, she has aura now. Well, let's just cast out of 3 this turn, so. Time for big beats. Max Magic Antipode 3 is a beautiful sight to behold. That was pretty. It was worth the wait to get her. Oh boy. That is some spicy damage. By the way, Slash and Super Slash are immune to water damage. That's why that was actually relevant to do. So we're going to ignore all these because they're just random fights with garbage and they don't really give you much tech points or anything in this particular dungeon. This fight's forced, though. Unfortunately, we still don't have fire too because that was her last tech, so that would have been the ideal thing to use here instead. Alright, who are you? Oh! That's just gravy. Okay, Good on HP. Yeah. Alright, so having frenzy bands here is actually kind of helpful for overall DPS. This is RetroGamingLiveTV. RetroGamingLiveTV goes Inky. Having the ability to just go ahead and drop Flare plus Glacier is going to be probably your best source of damage here. Oh yeah, that's still good damage. Oh, that is very good. Okay. This thing's not gonna last very long. Oh yeah. We're very much chilling now. Rainbow Helm's like crazy, ironically. Heal to full and get ready to climb the Eternal Climb. This is one of the longest dungeons in the game, but it's not particularly dangerous, and you can skip about half of this stuff. Die. Really, you're at like 3. Give me a break. Double cure is okay, but Frog can keep like full heal by himself. This is what you would want Ice Water for, by the way. This is like the hallway of time waste. Hello there. Welcome to the wonderful boss battle Childhood Hunger, where we are raising money through random acts to help support needy children and families. I hope you are doing all well this morning, chat, as we just have plenty of time to talk here. If you have anything for this holiday season that you have extra that is just lying around, not really going towards anything, please consider donating. It would make me really, really happy, first of all, and it would make the kids really, really happy as well. Having their families get a little extra something for this wonderful Thanksgiving and Christmas season. And yeah, they absorb water. Boo. Okay, just die. You can find out a little bit more with this exclamation point donate, and exclamation point schedule will get you the rest of the schedule for the marathon as well. So yeah, this is the room we had to actually take battles, but not every room is like those. Yeah, we can just clear this, I guess. We have plenty of resources here. I should be a little bit more liberal and just speed this up a bit. Oh, yeah, that's some spicy damage. Jeez. Re-raise. Okay. Alright, so welcome to the rest of Ozzy's Fort / Magnus's Castle. Why do I say both names of these dungeons? Because both of them work very similarly. A lot of the same stuff you see here in Magus's is in Ozzy's Fort. Well, no. Rude. Okay, whatever, I'll just kill it off later. I'll hit everybody. Okay, whatever. That's all gone now. Alright, so we're going to be ignoring as many of these as possible, which... just let that pass. And then this one right here. Because if you touch those, you anger everything else around it. You don't want to deal with jugglers unless you have to. Which are those crazy tentacle things right there. Okay, so this room is actually kind of weird. There are several drop pits here. The first one, you have to take 6 of these. Nothing a good old bath won't solve, though. Alright, so how this room works is... if you see this pop up from any of the save points here, it means the one across from it is the exact same and it's a fake encounter. So, just block them. What that also means is the other 2 directions that are not across from these are either a save point or the teleport back up. You don't know which is which, but down here you can at least grab a few more chests. Not that I really need to anymore, it's just a force of habit, I guess. Okay, so here's our save points. We can get all that mana back earlier that we spent. I head back up there. I'll probably get dropped down here one more time, I think. I usually have an average of like 2. I think it's this way. No. Never mind, I'm bad. I think you can run from these, actually. They're not particularly useful or anything. Yeah. If they had a large amount of tech points or something, I would care, but I don't. Besides, we gotta get moving. We have about an hour here, so... I want to make sure I get that going. I guess I'm gonna hit 3 here this time. That way... Nope. Okay. Hi, Ozzy. Alright, so we had one more pit than we used to having. Oh well. Anyways, jugglers are really annoying. What you have to do here is you have to poke them either physically or magically and then hit them with the opposite side. Which is a pain. Alright. This doesn't have anything in it because we bonked the juggler already. Okay, one more here. We're gonna run into this the other way, so I'm gonna just get it out of the way now. Tinnitus castle. Yeah, this is pretty much the hallway that you have to take encounters. Again, half of the encounters you can run from, the other half you can't. That's the top of this one. I believe this is the final set of stuff you're forced to take, which sadly includes more jugglers too. So once we get out of this dungeon, we'll have about 40-ish minutes or so, which will be... It'll be enough time to get a little bit of grinding on the stairwell done for the rest of the levels and tech points we need, and then go to lavas. We should be able to first try it, hopefully. We'll see what the obstacle ends up being, which is a AoE status effect spell that is randomized per seed. If it's something bad, then it might take a little bit longer, but at the same time, you know, let's hope for something better, like, just like poison or something. Poison and not stops, that would be pretty bad. So I don't have any status protection except for like one amulet. We'll have the opportunity to buy more though, because I think that's the Ocean Palace. And there are no more hex to give Ozzy. Bye bye now. Okay, this hallway you can skip entirely. I don't know what they were thinking when they made it like this, but hey, free skip. Music will start there, but you can just run out. It's fine. And now begins the fun fight of the game. No form of attack will break my barrier. Sure it won't. Adventure and raise money for the kids. We definitely welcome that. Thank you so much. Oh, the laugh though. You can steal from these if you have Ayla, by the way. It's like 4 of the same drop. So all the dream bows you could ever want, I guess. Not like I am really there for physical damage. Because even with Valkyrie or Siren, which are her 2 best weapons, she's not all that good on physical, so... Alright, we get to have some fun with this fight. This is going to be a little bit on the scary side, though. I know they have the elemental protection here. We're gonna go lightning, but we'll see what happens. We have enough healing, so I'm not really worried about that. Okay, what are you? This is gonna be a party member of some sort. Tin can! Beat up the tin can, let's go. Fortunately, we still get to hear the music regardless of the fact that it's a different party member. Okay, so first phase, magic resist. It will shuffle magic resistances, and what we have to do is we have to nail it on a certain one. We have 3 of 4 elements here, though, so... Let's see if we can flip it too. Water damages. Okay, that's actually really good. It's really good when his turn comes back up, though. Okay, let's grab Glacier here. That is big PP damage. That is fight ending really soon damage, is what that is. Let's grab a Lapis here. Oh man. That's enough. He's already in phase 2. It's crazy. That is what are you still doing here levels of damage. Once you see this particular thing here, it means he is gearing up for ultimate party attack status, so you need to just unload on him real fast. I think I'd rather just flare Glacier here. Oh yeah, he is gonzo. There's my Ice Water and Antipode 1. Antipode 1 isn't really useful here anymore though, because we have 3. 2 is decent in certain circumstances. Anyways, more annoying noises for your headset. Okay, good news. We're back in 12,000, which is going to be our final area. I'm going to do one quick check over here for items, and then we're going to continue on. This place does have a shop to it, and usually there's pretty good items in here, but thankfully we don't have to climb those, so... Ooh, red nails. A little past the point of useful, but oh well. Alright, let's get to our last couple of places before we get on to the final dungeon. So welcome to the Island of Magic. And Hasa and Kajar are the magic cities, which are basically just like, oh hey, we're at a peaceful time in our lives where everybody is doing okay with each other. And you know how well that works out for the future, so... Love and tolerance just get blocked sometimes. Anyways, open up the 3 books, and... we're going to open up this little neck of the woods. Behind the bookcase here, we're going to run across a new. We are going to challenge this new. That's a lot of news! Good news! Yeah, Manipode 3. Good news. Sadly, this fight caps at 3 of them, so you get 90 tech points here, but still 90 is a lot for one fight. Plus you get a couple tabs too, which is also nice. And then the news sods off. Okay. Now we can start checking out our last shops of the game, which are usually really stacked. Blackfester, okay, I guess. Kaiser Arm is not bad for him, but we're not using him anymore. So yeah, and Hanzo's okay. Nothing special here. The tech points are more than welcome though. Let's get going to our next city. Say goodbye to our Wings of Time, we're not using them anymore. Fare thee well, bird, which is named after this particular marathon. You served us really well flying around through time and space. No more wings. Do the wind, water, and fire thing again. And grab yourself a doll. Which has another random rock inside. Okay, so you have 2 different shops here. You have to talk to him from each side. Hello there. Whoa. We have goodies. Amulets are useful, yes please. Sure. Who's Chrono? I don't know who that piece of junk is. What a bad pro tag. Give yourself a big hand, you're not gonna use it. Alright, so we have our status protection. It's on a slot that we're not really using right now either, so it's actually pretty good. We didn't luck out in the slightest in getting any good endgame level accessories, so amulets are gonna have to be it. Which I am okay with, because that at least gives us some defense against Lavos. We're gonna leave our frenzies on for the meantime, though. Fun facts. Scratch the news back. That is a channel meme, so yeah. Give the new a good back scratching. If you go back to K-Jar and go to the one in the library and scratch his back too, you get another magic tab. In that same room you can also get a speed tab if you... When you first go up the steps to the right in that room, you can go ahead and just press the button against the wall and it'll actually give you a speed tab there too. I just don't need them anymore, so that's why I didn't go for it. Oh, gross. I didn't want to see this either, honestly. Can I nuke you? No, I can't. Gross. Not a fight I wanted to see with this comp, for sure. Thankfully, it doesn't have a ton of HP by the looks of it. So once you deal enough damage to both the top and the bottom, the middle just runs away, and that's your win condition. And that's why we left Frenzy Bands on, because, yeah, dealing more damage is helpful. Just something we have to deal with physically. So if for some crazy reason you're playing this category and you're on normal settings for how powerful the tabs are, and you need more of them, you're in luck because there's a ton down here in this last dungeon too. Okay, bye, Core. Oh wait, no. There we go. Now we wanted him to go away, but we definitely don't want you to go away because we have 3 more days of content here for this wonderful marathon this weekend. Benefiting a wonderful charity, so whether it's through your money or time or just even talking about us with a friend, we really appreciate y'all being here. And definitely look forward to having more for you later on in this weekend as well. All the way through Sunday. Whether that is Sunday night or Sunday late afternoon, that is a question for the exclamation point schedule in your chat box right there. Okay. We are going to turn this thing on and run away from this encounter because it doesn't benefit us at all to take it. Since this is considered a final dungeon, nothing in here is mandatory to pick up because you're already considered to be in go mode by the time you're here. Oh, wait, no. There we go. So I'm just gonna skip all these chests. We don't really need anything anymore. It's all tabs and stuff anyways. But if you need more, just loot this place. There's a ton of them in all these rooms. Now here is the best spot in the game to grind off all these techs you have not gotten yet. We're gonna be here for a little bit. This is where the rest of the grind is for the rest of the game. What's a decent spell to do? I guess we just... yeah, we X-Water this. There we go. Yeah, Chrono Trigger without Chrono because Chrono is a bad pro tag. Alright, so I hope you like the wonderful animation of Ice Water because I certainly do, because I am Team Ice Water and not Team Dumpster Fire. You're going to be seeing a fair bit of it for the next couple minutes. Because once we get our last text here, we should have enough levels to survive the final boss fight. We're looking for about 600 max HP. Compared to a lot of runners that are, like, more... I would get... what's the word for it? That are more, like, execution heavy than I am for the game. Like, they'll be going in at levels a lot less than mine, but if you're playing this just a time randomizer casually, I would highly recommend having about 600 HP max so you can survive 2 hits. If you can survive 2 hits, you have the opportunity to respond to an attack that would kill you otherwise, so... it's a little bit of the safe rewards kind of strategy, but you know what? That's what you need sometimes, especially when you get used to the game. I haven't been seeing how much damage this has been doing, but these things aren't particularly magic resistant. And 850 is not bad. So no Mega Elixirs, but we have plenty of Elixirs, so we don't have to worry about the Hyper Ethers at all. This is a fun seed, this isn't meant to be a hyper-competitive one. And sometimes, you know, you're okay with that. You just want to have some fun and relax with the game you enjoy from your childhood. And not be like super race competitive or anything like that. Everybody plays differently, that's the most important thing. Frog player is okay, I guess. Let's see. haste is with them. Okay, so we have to farm one more. One more, and then we'll see what our levels are looking like. That's our haste, and 36, 36, 34. Okay, she has like, I'm gonna do like one more. One more just because I want to get her to 35 up. We're gonna do most of the stuff in this room anyway, so. If you need XP, if you need text, this is the easiest place in the game to get it. This is why Black Omen is the worst, because it doesn't have any spawn that's comparative to this. You get a lot of iron orbs and stuff like that to deal with. Let me grab all these. But those iron orbs aren't really going to do much for you, honestly. It's risky to fight them, because unless you have like berserkers or something like that, you're not going to have the input time necessary to beat all of them, especially when you're in the larger groups of them. So this is just far more consistent XP and attack points when you're still needing them. Come on. Okay, so we're coming up on the final set of forced encounters in the game, which is the Elevator of Despair, which is, hey, you're in go mode and you're trying to finish the game as fast as possible. You're despairing because you have to take all these encounters. There are ways of dealing with them. Some of them are easier than others. The Doom Sickles are interesting. So yeah, welcome to the slowest bunch of encounters in the game. You can skip this one though. The next 3 you cannot. So enjoy your running while you can. Welcome to the Elevator of Despair. This thing is... This first fight is not that annoying. It's the third fight that's annoying. If you don't have the ability to deal with it in one shot. This is a party that does not have the ability to deal with it one shot. Frog doing decent auto attack damage there. Not bad. Alright, so those little things are scouters. They come in 3 different colors, one for each of them. They are really annoying. And these yellow ones are the worst of them because these ones can put you to sleep. And that's a bunch of wasted turns, so yeah. Good news is we have the ability to use Fire 2 finally and get rid of the rest of this crap. Alright, here's the fight you're really dreading. This fight is basically single target only, or you get a million counterattacks to your face, and none of them are really good feeling, so... Just just toss your single techs out there. These things only have a couple hundred HP, so they're not going to survive much. If you have a linear, just like cat attack, that's usually enough damage. If you have decent enough strength, you have to spend a bunch of mana on her to actually kill these ones off. So you would be using your physical attacker on the yellow ones instead of on the red or blue ones, unless it's all you have. There are physical heavy parties out there, so whether they're good or not, I don't personally think so, but hey, everybody has their own preferences, and I'm okay with that. Alright, second round, same as before. And that'll get us off the elevator of despair. Okay, so these ones can be run from, which I will be doing, because these ones are completely unnecessary. Alright, we have the XP we need too, so we're going to be looking at going underestimate slightly. That's your validation chest right there if you're a Zelda 3 player. And you're looking for something to consider that like. Alright, so now we're at the point of, do we really need Frenzy Dance much anymore? The answer is not after this fight, we don't. Ew. Ew. Double Niz bells. Ew. Gross. I'll just do that. We don't have any lightning damage to actually lower the defenses, so we're just gonna straight up hit them. Which, honestly, I think we're okay if we're doing that much damage. Yeah, there you go. Don't have to deal with the second one. Crisis Arm is a thing for Robo, I guess, if you're still using them. It does big damage if you have a certain amount of HP, but the Kaiser Arm is just more consistent. Okay, so now we're going to make our final preparations here. Amulets for everybody. It's all non-elemental damage from here on out, so just go with whatever your best gear is, for the most part. let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and by the way, we're gonna pull an FF11 or FF10 here. This is my story. No, rip new. That was our buddy. That was our pal. He just kind of chose not to be here anymore. Alright, welcome to the final boss gauntlet. We are going to make this boss go squish though, because we have that kind of capability. I leave flash, I guess. Ooh, spicy. That's about 6,100 damage a turn? That's crazy. Just keep your HP up though. As I mentioned, he has the ability to one-shot you with attacks if you're not careful. Alright, we do not find out what this is until Lavos 3. Because we have amulets on. And that's him up. Alright, gear check, same thing. Gets ready for the battle for all time and for the battle of the planet. If you win this fight, you become Captain Planet. Because we combined our powers. Even the ever-useless heart one. Owie. Yeah. First attack hurts a bunch. Heal it off, for sure. There's not much that's going to be able to stop that. Also, World Revolution is one of those songs that is like one of the core songs of gaming, honestly. Okay, so now that we've seen Obstacle again, that means we can actually start attacking again and dealing damage. So what we're going to do here is we are going to swap to Glacier Flare again. Oops, that's Fire 2, crap. That's my fault. That's going to delay this slightly. She should still deal decent damage with this though. I'm used to Flare being in final slot. Okay, 13's not bad. Ignore that. Shadow Slay is nothing but like poison, so since you have the amulets on, you're fine. There we go, play. So we got 3,400 there, plus whatever this happens to be. Okay, yeah, that's still more than... Oh. That is lots of damage. Lavas too go bye-bye. Alright. I skipped final menu. Oh well. I always space out on that. It's fine. We're fine. Okay. We are going to barrier and shield up though. Because this stuff can hit you pretty darn hard. Like that. That hurts big time. Oh, that's not great. I'm gonna start some damage on metal. It's not gonna be a lot this turn, but at the same time, you know, I'm still trying to prep. Okay, this can potentially suck. Confused, yeah, that does suck. Need to fix that. Alright, let's figure this thing out and just block the metal now. Okay, that should be... yeah, okay. So this time, while we're actually waiting on... that hurts. Oh, that unfortunately kills. Just like to... that was even through protect. Yikes. Okay. We are waiting here though, so let's go ahead and elixir up here. That does drop her haste too, which is also unfortunate. So this is the part of the run where you just go all out as much as possible. Don't worry when the middle bit comes back, just switch to AoE instead of single target. I was thinking input 2 Leap Slash, but Glacier, like Mega Bomb should still be better here. Because you don't want to flare here because you're going to eat counter attacks instead. And then you can swap to Antipode 3 and then Water 2 afterwards. Okay, that's not amazing damage, but you know what? It's still serviceable. Alright, so now you can switch to AoE here. Because that'll kill the center bit as well again, which will keep you from taking mortal damage from all the crap that it throws at you. Because the left bit's going to absorb elements no matter what, so you just ignore that. Oh yeah, that's some big damage, holy crap. Yeah, middle bit does not like that, but GG. There we go. Middle bit did not like that one bit. So thankfully reduced flashes are on, so that skips that. So yeah, underestimate, good stuff. And here's where everybody doesn't give a crap about Chrono. The best ending ever. Don't you care? No. It's Chrono. Get him out of here. Get that man some sort of just... like, umbrella for his little sad pity party. Such a bad protect. Thanks for the GG's, friends. Aeon Suit Demon Edge useful now. Yeah. Hey, drop this. Who needs that? Not me. I'm not bringing him back. Chrono is just straight poo-poo. So yeah, just random parade here at the end here. You can wander around for a little bit, just dance, make your last conversations to your friends. This is the ending where you obviously get the best song, aka the Chrono Isn't Here song. We are going to go ahead and keep the line moving pretty quickly here though, because I have one other thing to get to, and just in case, like, just in case it goes really weird, you know, well, go ahead and just keep this short. So, I said I was going to feed the cat at the beginning of the run. I want to be respectful of the people ahead of me, so I'm going to go ahead and not do that, and we're just going to squish a little bit of time out here instead since I was underestimate. I will tell you how to feed the cat, though, is you go up, I'll show you right here, since we're actually here anyways. If you go fight Gato over there 11 times, and then go back to the tent that's down here, what you'll do is you'll play the 80-point game twice. And when you do that, the first time you get the female cat, and the second time you get the cat food, and that's how you feed your cat. It takes about 7 minutes or so of, like, just straight gameplay. But yeah, it's just that. Time travel is exhausting. I mean, regular travel is exhausting too. Now, I believe if you don't get Magus in your party, he actually doesn't show up here either. Everyone else should, though. And away he goes. He is escaping! What's going on? Sure. Oh, we can bring him back. You mean OJ, the character that wasn't there the entire game? Big sad. Okay, that's one of my favorite quotes in the game that I have a command for is trash, don't turn off your brain yet. Okay, and with this particular conversation right here, this will complete your points of no return slash lose control of the run, so this is where you would call time here. As soon as he has the final text box, which is coming up right. Let's see, it should be like right after she leaves. So you would add like a couple minutes of dialogue here instead of 3:13 exactly. It would be like 3:15, 3:16 if you use this timing here. Which is the timing of losing control, which happens right there. And there we go. That is full GG. Okay. As I mentioned, we're going to keep the line moving, so we're going to go head to break a little bit, then I'll be back with Selbo.